Yeah. Yeah. You know what it is. That straight kingdom talk, baby. You know how I'ma do it. Right. And I ain't going nowhere. 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 So sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Watch me hit him with this 1-2 knockout KO. This time it's all or nothing, and I ain't playing around. They tried to overlook me cause I wasn't in the in crowd. Well, I'm back at it, so you know what's going down. And I'm all up in their face, so they gotta see me now with that raw lunch.
It's not just the cosmic power that gives me strength, but it's who and what I am inside that really empowers me. I'm a Power Ranger till the end. It was great being a Ranger, Zordon. You'll always be with me. We'll see each other again soon. Your friend, Tommy.
Yo, what is up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Just want to take a second to just be in remembrance of Jason David Frank, aka the Power Ranger, Green Ranger, White Ranger, Red Ranger, twice. Hold on 1 second. Gotta mute this over here. Um, Black Ranger. He's just been so much huge impact on so many people's lives. As far as I know for me, my childhood hero, and there's so many generations after that. Huge part of the Power Ranger family, and just wanting to just give our condolences to everybody, and what an impact, man! What an impact to have on just a culture of people, just a fandom that are really just mourning right now. It's a true huge loss, and we're just grateful for everything that he's done, and just mourning his passing. You guys want to add anything to that? Fee?
Um, I honestly agree with what you said. It's like you said it perfectly. It is just a big time to kind of just mourn right now. And so just my heart goes out to everyone who grew up looking up to this amazing legend and what he brought to this platform and to the Power Rangers. So just thinking of everyone at this time.
Right.
I think for me, it's just it's just still like it's still a shock. I mean, because the thing with me is that JDF was like the face of the Power Rangers. He is literally, when you think Power Rangers, you think him. He's the brand. So like for me, it's like it's a big loss. I mean, he's a Power 5 Power Ranger. He's been a Power Ranger in all different forms. He's played 5 different Power Rangers. He is literally the brand of what the Power Rangers are. So it's a real tough thing because everybody grew up on Power Rangers. I remember when they showed the first commercial for Power Rangers. I was like, "What is this?" I need to know what this is. So, for me, it's just a huge blow because he was such an impact to the community, to the fans. There's people who are devoted to him.
Yeah.
They go see him religiously. He's like a god to people, and like that was the thing. His fans were the most important thing, and kept him going. Like I follow a couple people who are just Power Rangers fanatics, and like when JDF died, it was just they couldn't even speak, you know. So it's a blow. It's a blow.
No doubt. For sure is a blow. For sure is just something when it's something like that, it's just completely unexpected, and just the nature of it all really just makes it even that much worse. This is a perfect time to add, if you know people that are dealing with any kind of depression or anything like that, man, just reach out to them daily. Just make sure that they're doing okay, because it's a thing, man. You can see somebody as bright spirited as him, who was always willing to give, always willing to stay as long as he had to for the show, for everybody. Like at Ranger Stop, he stayed till 11 p.m. just to make sure everybody got to see him, that signed up to see him, that wanted to see him. So he's just a giver. He's always inviting people into his world and making them feel comfortable and making them feel like they're a part of it. And for someone like that to still, he's dealing with depression and for what happened, you know what I'm saying? So like just reach out to people, man. Check in on your people is all I'm saying. Check in on them, make sure they're good, make sure they have, somebody to talk to. In honor of the Power Ranger, though, today we decided to do the one and only Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Yes, we are doing Rangers today. The Power Rangers. The Mighty Morphin, the originals, the OGs, is what we're getting into.
Love the original.
I highly doubt that we'll ever do full episode on other seasons of Power Rangers, just because,
my line ends at Turbo, bro.
I know. I'm not saying that there ain't people. I like other seasons.
Turbo, bro.
There's other seasons that I love. There's other seasons that I love.
After
I just
Turbo
don't
is like, I'm checking out.
I just don't see us doing a whole. So if we dabble into other seasons, that's okay. Is what I'm getting at.
Okay.
So, Ryan, you stated you watched it. You was an OG Power Ranger fan.
I was there from the jump because I'm older. So like when Power Rangers came out, it came out in what, 92?
93.
93. I was like 12. So at that point. So like for me, it was like something that I had to tap into because it was something that was so different when I saw the commercial. I was like, what is this? What is this going to be? Because the way they advertised it and marketed it was like something like literally heroes on television, like live action heroes. You didn't get that with a lot of cartoons. So like it was just like live action heroes. I'm like, I had to tune into it. And then when I watched it, I'm like, okay, this is not exactly what I thought this was going to be. I was like, oh, okay. But I went with it because it was something, seeing people of color on TV, seeing people of different diversities, though I didn't like the fact that, the Yellow Ranger was Asian, the Black Ranger was Black, the Blue Ranger was the Blue Ranger. Because we all knew who the Blue Ranger was. So, for me, it was interesting, a very interesting thing, but I mean, I rode with it. And then Tommy came on the scene, and I was like, okay, this is a game changer.
Yeah.
Because like for me, when Tommy popped on the screen and he whipped the Power Rangers' ass in 5 whole weeks.
5 whole episodes, bro.
Yes.
5 whole episodes.
And nobody
who is this
do
guy?
And he comes in and knocks the niggas out of their own Zords and shit. I was like, winner chicken dinner for me right there.
Yeah.
Ma'am.
Yeah. And like for me, honestly, I won't lie. Tommy's my favorite villain. Like of the whole entire
yeah, for sure.
series. Like straight up though, like he has more credit on Zed, Repulsa, Godar, all them bitches. Like Tommy is
Sorry if there's any
the
children
OG
watching.
villain. is the OG villain.
Okay.
That is so true.
Fee, let me ask you. You're a little bit younger, than me and
All right.
Ryan. Did you grow up watching Power Rangers at all? And if it might not be the Mighty Morphin, could be later on a different season. Did you watch Power Rangers at all as a kid? Any season at all?
Actually, not so much. Like I always saw
Okay.
them in passing. Like
Right.
so
Right.
I know
Okay.
I had cousins or someone that like talked about it, but I never really like went through and sat through like the
Yeah.
actual like of course Mighty Morphin the OG one, but I started with that. So it made
Yeah.
sense exactly how like it was all structuring, but yeah, I actually
Okay.
did not.
Okay. But you didn't. She did her homework, guys.
Stop.
She
Stop
she
it.
she watched some episodes this week.
Ah,
As an
It was
adult, Fee,
yeah.
not having that childhood nostalgia point to it. How do you feel about the show?
I think it was cute. It was all around just the fun, like it's a fun thing for
Rah
anyone that's
rah.
coming up for
It's a
kids to
rah
watch,
rah show, right?
Yes, like
Everybody's
teamwork.
like,
It's about
yes,
that,
teamwork,
the
positivity. You
importance of
can do it.
yeah, and it's
Yeah.
fun. I like that because it was just like I could watch it. It was easy to listen to. I just couldn't stand hearing Rita's voice, but
Yeah. That's tough. That's
it got
tough.
really
But she
annoying.
was that. Her voice was the villain of the show. Like,
Ah!
like, like her voice
oh,
is
Rita
what.
Repulsa.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my girl right there, y'all.
Her
See,
voice is
yeah,
just a
but
little,
her
little,
voice,
Girl, no,
little.
no.
her
Yeah.
voice is what you wanted to get. That's what you wanted the Power Rangers to finally defeat. Like, I just wanted to go defeat her voice.
Like, can you
Y'all
please
got
shut
to
her up? Just
put
stop
her
her.
back in that trash can on the moon, whatever that was that she was in.
Whatever that little weird turn, I was like, just put her back in it. Put
Yeah,
her in the Oscar, the Oscar
yeah.
trash can of the galaxy. Just put her back in it for another 10,000 years, please and thank you. But yeah, I think that was cool. But to Ryan's point too, it was so funny when they first transformed. I was like, why is Zach the Black Ranger? It was like, why Trina the Yellow? Like what? Like I saw that for a second, like
Yeah.
it just went over my head. But I was like,
I mean, but looking at all that, I look back on it and I'm like, I don't know if I would have it any other way, to be
No,
honest.
and I
right.
don't know.
I didn't
I don't
question
know
it. It
if
was a
the
split
actors.
second. Like, okay.
I don't know if the actors would have it any other way. I mean, Walter, who plays the Black Ranger, he embodies the fact that he is the first Black
Black Ranger,
Ranger.
he owns it.
Yes.
He
And
Yes.
owns
that's a
it,
big
and that's a
yes.
big thing.
Yes.
I think so. It's like
Mm-hmm.
you can be bothered by it, but like, can you really?
And
Because
that's
like,
the thing, like,
dude,
Yeah, I'm not. I just
that's where I'm
questioned
at.
it,
I'm
but I
like, I
didn't
don't
think
know if I'm
about it
being
any other
right,
way.
okay.
yeah,
Rest in peace, Trini. But
yes, yeah,
for me, it's just like looking back on like those episodes, like I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah.
Because it just
no,
feels that kind of thing. Like Amy Jo Johnson is the embodiment of the Pink Ranger. I don't see anybody else beyond her being the Pink
Mm-hmm.
Ranger because she
yeah,
was the Pink Ranger. Anybody who came after her, they tried to fill her shoes and shit. It just wasn't possible. Like, and I
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm,
think that's the biggest issue I had with the changing of the seasons and the changing of the guards because
mm,
showrunners didn't want to pay actors more and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And looking back at it, at the horror stories of being Power Rangers, like I felt for them, getting
Yeah.
mm,
lowballed and money, not, re-upping their contracts because they don't want to pay them.
Mm-hmm.
The feud between the Red Ranger and the Green Ranger, they had a
yeah,
tiff, a hard-boiled tiff, because Tommy was becoming incredibly popular,
right,
and he kind of like overshadowed, what's his name's Red Ranger. So like for me, there is horror stories of Power Rangers, but
Okay.
in all, Power Rangers is what we call the Goodfield show. It's where
yeah,
they
Mm-hmm.
teach you lessons, like really
Mm-hmm.
important lessons on like
Yeah.
teamwork and all that stuff and
yeah,
Yeah.
loyalty and all that stuff. So there is a good outcome of what Power Rangers are.
Yeah.
How you become good over a period of time. They teach you stuff.
yeah,
They teach you stuff.
yeah. I was
So
gonna
Yeah.
say, for me, it goes Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, and then superhero stuff. Like, I know I
Mm-hmm.
love my superhero stuff, but like, look, I am a '90s kid through and through. You know what I'm saying? And like, Power Rangers was such a huge part of my childhood. I mean, like me and my brother, you would have damn near thought we were Power Rangers. Like we every day it was, morphin time for us. We had the stuff on our room, we had the wall. I mean, like I love the Power Rangers, man, and I still do to
Yeah.
this day. I got so much things in my house right now that are tied to Power Rangers, from
Yeah.
comic book covers on the wall to stuff signed by JDF. I mean, just so much
Yeah.
fun memories with the show and fun memories watching the show and making sure when you was on the playground you was your favorite ranger. Like nobody could be your favorite ranger, and if somebody was, like, you had to rock paper scissors for it, and you was salty if you had to be somebody that wasn't yours. Like it was just there's just so much that goes
Yeah.
into that, and there's like a
Well, I had
huge.
the OG toys that were like Barbie dolls. We flip them and their helmets come out. And
Oh yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Them are dope. Them are dope.
Like
They
big
remade
plastic
those.
figures. They didn't move. They were just like this the whole time.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
remade all those too, man.
Mm-hmm.
Those are dope. That gets me on my next question.
All right.
Was there ever been a more influential live action kids show than the Power Rangers? We've had
No,
tons of cartoons. I'm
no,
saying there's a bunch of cartoons, and
no.
you can easily
Turtles
say,
tried to do it. The Turtles tried to do it and do a live action show to commit to what Power Rangers are doing, but it just didn't work. No,
Mm-hmm.
that
no,
thing. No,
no.
I would say no.
Mm-hmm.
I would say no also. I think if we're talking about live action kids show, there is nothing that transcends over the Power Rangers. And I know it's one of those things where it's like when you're a kid, you're in it, and then when you get out of it, you're like, nah, that's lame. And then you don't appreciate it again until you're an adult. You know what I'm saying? Like middle school through high school, you're like, nah, Power Rangers, that's lame. And then you're like, as an adult, you can appreciate it, right? Because like
Yeah.
literally every generation had a Power Ranger show that was on. Like they've
Hmm.
kept it going for that long.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
still going.
It's
Like
still
it's.
going, and that's the beautiful thing about it. Like me and my son watch it. We watch the
Hmm.
new stuff. He's asking
Mm-hmm.
for Power Ranger toys for Christmas this year. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's a beautiful thing, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So my next question: who was y'all's favorite? Who's your favorite Ranger? Who's your favorite? Now I'm gonna say this. JDF is probably most people's favorite Ranger.
I mean,
Okay,
JDF is the face.
he's
There's
the
no
face.
Yeah.
like he's like the
Yeah.
pinnacle of Power Rangers. Like there's
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
other Power Ranger. He's not my favorite personally, but no one can
Mm.
touch him. Like no one.
Yeah.
So
Like
Ryan, who's your favorite Ranger, dog?
Billy nigga, the Blue Ranger. Triceratops.
I love it. I love it.
Okay, I feel it.
Triceratops all day.
Ah, hey, I'm gonna tell you this. Before there was a Green Ranger and a White Ranger, Billy was my favorite because
And it was followed by Zach, the Black Ranger.
off the strength of
Yeah. He's a
I
good. Yeah.
love Leonardo. Leonardo was my boy,
That's the
the Blue
reason
Ninja
why,
Turtle.
because he was blue.
So I just went with the color. I just was like, yo, blue's my
Literally, it's
jam.
the color.
It don't
It was
matter.
the color.
It's
It was
the color.
and it was the dinosaur because that's my favorite fucking dinosaur.
No,
Exactly.
yeah. I love
Exactly.
Triceratops.
I'm
It
like,
was
yo,
the
he's blue and he's
Triceratops.
got a Triceratops.
Yeah.
This is my dude right here.
Mhm.
I've never liked any of the scientific, like, like the gadget characters and all the shows. You got like that token, like this is the guy who does like gear stuff. I've never liked that character before. Never been my
Yeah.
favorite. But off the strength that his costume was blue, that was my boy growing up. That was my boy growing up. Just because
What's up,
I'm
Mike?
like that blues popping.
Ike in the building.
Now,
Most epic?
what up, Most Epic? As an adult, and I go back and I watch. Zach is my favorite, bro.
Yeah.
Black Ranger all day.
Zach is cool.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
when I watch old episodes of like the original OG, it would probably
Yeah.
change now because it was like Jason. I like Jason now. I didn't used to like him,
Yeah.
but like
Mhm.
I like him now. And then like it's straight Tommy Oliver.
Yeah.
The pinnacle of his arc in the show is like what made
up,
the
J
show
Man?
good. That's what made it good because he was a dick half the time. you know. So like
Yeah.
that's the thing, like, and
Yeah.
like it became like the face. I don't know how it happened,
He
but like
just
they
he
just
got
kept bringing
popular,
him
bro.
back, and they kept bringing him back, and then they tried to get rid of him, and then they brought him back as the White Ranger. And it was just like, oh, he's gonna be here for a hot minute.
And
Like
he was. I mean, his most
he was.
episodes
He
of
went
any other
through.
person.
He
Mm-hmm.
went through multiple different cast members.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like I stopped counting after Turbo, bro. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
we
a few
went
seasons
through.
went by, and then they brought
Yeah,
him back as an older version in Dino Thunder,
And
which
he
was
came back like as a vet, right?
yeah, Dino Thunder
Mhm.
was another good one. I enjoy
Mhm.
it.
I don't know that he was a doctor at that point, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
Doctor Tommy
Doctor
Oliver.
Tommy Oliver, and he came
Yeah,
back, and he. But why?
Sheesh.
How can you have not only be the dopest looking Green Ranger, you're the dopest looking White Ranger, and then you come back years later to have the dopest looking Black Ranger outfit too. Like that's my thing. I'm like, bro, this dude, they knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing, and in the suits, all his suits were fire.
Yeah.
yeah.
Fee,
Once he had that chest plate as the Green Ranger,
yeah,
Exactly.
like
That's what did it.
I'm
That's what
that
did
like
was
it.
it.
I'm like, why don't these other niggas have chest plates? Like, like I really thought to myself, like, they really
Why do
like
they have a
went
chest
big
plate?
on the
Yeah,
Power Rangers and gave this mofo a beastly looking outfit. And
Gold little things on his. I was like,
like
Oh
okay.
yeah,
no
he was
comparison.
stunting. He was
Then he
stunting.
comes back as the White Ranger, and I'm like, this is the best looking Power Ranger I've ever seen. Like
Oh
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah, he
agree.
was stunting. There ain't no doubt about that.
fire.
Fee, you didn't answer the question though about who was your favorite. Who's your favorite Ranger?
I wouldn't say with affiliation to
The
color. I could
color. I
say
could
that.
say that.
Uh.
Uh,
Oh
oh
Lord.
Lord,
Say that.
say that.
My
My
favorite
favorite
would
would
be
be
Rangers.
Rangers.
Kind of like
Kind of
that.
like that.
Tommy started
Tommy started.
me too. Because again, once he came in, I was like, okay, that is cool.
Yeah,
Once
yeah.
that was the big staple. Because again, it's just like you see the suits, you're like, all right, this is something I could get into. That's cool. But the looks for that, it was solid.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And then the first time he pulls out the flute, and that Dragon Zord comes out, and I'm somebody I'm at that point as a kid, I'm blue heavy. Nobody can tell me different. The Blue Ranger is my dude, right? I'm like
Right.
Triceratops.
Yeah.
When that Dragon Zord comes out, I'm like, who
Game
is that?
changer.
Who's that? Who's the one I liked? The blue one? Oh yeah, the blue. Yeah, he's cool. Yeah, he's cool. But that Green Ranger, and then like you said, he whoops the whole
Whoops the whole
squad
team.
like 3 different times,
Like
bro.
3 different
Yeah.
couldn't even handle
Yeah.
him. Couldn't even handle him.
They couldn't
I'm
handle
Nope.
him,
like,
and he's so
Nope.
extra with it. He's like, and you're like, bro, who is this dude? And as a kid, you're like, are they gonna win this?
yeah.
Like because he is giving them the business. Your screen not your J-Man, no, your screen name did not pop up. I think that's
Okay.
you. But he's giving them the work. Then he
Yeah.
hops in to the Megazord.
Bring Mike up
Yo,
in here.
He's like, "What's
invite.
up?"
Just give a knock
Bring
on the
the
door. Do
epic
the
up in
Oh,
here.
Mike wants to invite. I
okay.
got
Bring
Mike.
the
I'll bring
epic
him
up in
in.
here. But
I'll
I'm gonna
bring
be
Mike
Come
up
honest with
on and
in.
you,
get a
art
plate
wise,
of this Power Ranger stuff. Get a
I'll
come
bring
on.
Mike
art
in.
You
wise,
welcome over to get a plate. Come on.
my favorite arc in Power Rangers, OG Power Rangers, is when they introduced Lord Zed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when Lord Zed rolled in, I was like, this is the game changer. Okay. Uh
I,
my favorite arc, all of them, is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie when
I
they
love
almost
the
killed
movie.
Zordon. When they almost killed Zordon, but it went right into the show after the movie, so they kept it cohesive with the actual show. So I
Yeah.
think for
Well, they
me,
did their own kind of spin on it a little
yeah,
bit, but
I mean
like,
they changed up the cave and shit, but like none of that really bothered me. Zordon's
Yeah.
lair in the movie, and gave him like
I
really
sent you the invite, Mike. Where
padding,
you at, Kush?
unique padding on their
Where you at, man?
costumes and stuff. But I think for me, like all together, like the arc that really stands
It's
out
Michael
most to me
Watson.
is the Green Ranger arc. It is
Oh
always
yeah.
going to be the pinnacle arc of the Power Rangers. Oh, oh, Mike in the
It's
Oh,
building.
your boy
Mike in
Michael
the building.
Watson in the
Mike
building.
in the
Hey,
building.
hey,
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 what?
what's
I
up?
saw y'all had a spot open, and
We did, we
I
do, we
love
do,
to
we
watch
do.
all the podcast shows and ask where my invite is. 'Cause that's what I
Hey,
like to do.
me too. That's a hobby of mine as
that
well.
energy is everything.
Hey, I heard y'all talking about the Green Ranger. I
Yeah.
Look, Green Ranger was a problem. I know
Problem.
I know Tony talked about it, but I need you to really understand what happened. They all got a Megazord. They
Yep.
formed Megazord for one little dude.
Come on,
And
man.
they said, "What you want?" He said, "Knock, knock. Big, 2-piece for you. Yeah. Big, another 2-piece. Bam. Serving pieces all day. Whooped all they in their own robot and then threw them the hell
Throw
out.
them out.
Throwing them out
Dude,
like straight
But then,
trash.
Throw them out. Throw them out.
he jumps off. He front flips off the top of it to land and serve them all a second ass whooping after that.
Second helping.
Like,
Second helping.
my God.
Like it was
I've never-
Thanksgiving. Came back for more.
They came back
I've
for a
never
second
seen
plate,
the
and he
likes
gave
of
them
it
all the
before in the history
greens.
of TV.
The greens. He gave them all
Greens,
the
beans,
greens.
tomatoes, Raiders. He made it. He made it. The
Hey,
Green
bro.
Ranger
they
made
didn't,
it happen.
dude. He just didn't throw him out. He came in there and gave him some act right before he threw him out. There was explosions in
Yeah.
the Megazord.
We've never seen it.
The
Gave him
Megazord
the
had
business.
explosions inside from the Power Rangers getting punched. He wasn't even touching the robot, and the dashboard was like knock, knock, boom.
Yeah, you had man, what's his name, man? He wasn't sure what to do. He was in the command center
Alpha
like
5.
Alpha's yeah.
Alpha.
Alpha 5.
Is this it?
Alpha was what?
I think I found it.
Is there a clip? Is there a clip where the Green Ranger gives the business?
I'm turning the volume down.
Get that clip.
So y'all don't get binged for it.
Give him the
Oh my
business.
goodness gracious.
Share
I mean-
you got it to where I can share your screen?
Hold up. I'm trying to make sure this is the right clip.
Mike, though, before the Green Ranger came to the game, who was your favorite Ranger though?
Oh shit! Hey, the clip is worse than I thought. Man,
It's bad, bro. People don't realize it.
hey, it's worse than I thought. It is worse than I thought. I'm sorry. Hold up. Let me make this bad boy big.
I
Hey,
can't.
I want the song to play. You guys.
Oh my gosh.
All right, there's the Megazord. Watch your boy come in.
Booyah!
On top of it.
I'm in.
Hey,
I'm
what's
in.
up? Yeah.
You got one.
He said knock knock.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
Terrible.
tosses them.
They all falling
Look
out.
at landing.
Look
With
at
that landing.
look at these. Woo! Come on.
He slapped her. Did you see that?
Yeah. But this is it right here. Get out. See ya. Of course, she's rooting him on.
You're right. Dang.
Bro, no. Are you pause this, Mike? Pause. I need a pause. Instant replay. Hold on a second. Do you not realize the sword that he has in his hand, he stole off of one of them? He is literally beating them
God.
with one
Hold
of
up.
their daggers.
I gotta take it back.
He is literally
Look.
beating them up with one of
It's the
their
way he
daggers.
opens the door for me. It's the way he opens the door. Like he's like they just don't know what they got in store for them.
Booyah!
Vertical,
This part.
vertical crazy.
Opens
Vertical
this
crazy.
door
Part.
Yep.
and like
Hands. Bro,
Boom,
he
slap,
comes
slap.
in and puts his fist up like, here's the hand. This is the hand that's about to whoop you. Toss
Oh
him.
my God.
Goodbye.
But also, I don't think people understand that this went on for a whole week. This is like a
Oh,
5
wait.
thing.
5 days.
Like 5 weeks.
5 days.
Yep.
5 days.
Let's
Green
see
Ranger just
where he takes
whipping
the
ass.
weapon from. That slap was disrespectful.
Oh my
Look, now they all got those weapons on their stuff, right? Look,
I'm sorry. Oh my gosh.
takes Pink.
Ugh.
Is it Pink's that he takes? He
It
took
looks like
her
it was Pink.
weapon and is
He beat them
beating
with their
them
own
with
weapon.
their own weapon. Throws it. Yup.
He told him to shut up.
Bleep. Come on, bro. This dude, man,
Oh,
that's your leader. Is
that's
this
the
your
leader.
king? Is this your king? Hits him with a Kamehameha.
He never does that move again in Power Ranger history.
Okay.
He never does that move again.
So
So I told you, Mike. This is why it's the greatest arc of Power Rangers of all time.
Mike just showed you. This is why this man was literally not only the greatest Power Ranger of all time, he was the greatest Power Ranger villain of all time. How
Hey.
many people can say they was the greatest villain and the greatest
Very
hero
both,
on
man.
the show?
Both.
And you have 3 or 4 of the most popular Power Rangers suits of all time, bro. Another
Hey.
legendary moment is when they first introduce him in the White Ranger suit.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful moment.
I've been putting it off, but I can't put it off no more. I got to get my Green Ranger action figure.
Bro, yeah, you definitely got to get that. I hope it ain't jump out outrageously. You know how people do.
Mike, seriously, question now. Tony's
What's up?
question. What's your favorite Power Ranger?
My favorite Power Ranger as a kid was the blue one because he was blue and he was a geek.
Hey, yep.
But
You couldn't
as
help
I
it.
got older, I liked them all.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. They
Yeah.
all bring that's what else is dope is they all bring different stuff to the table. And
Right.
it's the same with me with like Ninja Turtles. I was like a fan of just one growing up, yada yada yada. But as you get older, you can appreciate the different elements and what each one brings to the table to make the full team. And that's a beautiful thing is when you got like a dope team and everybody can add to it and add their own flair to it. And Power Rangers,
Yeah.
man, it's just one of those. It's just one of those things, bro. You
That's true.
can't knock it. Like you can.
Yeah.
People hate on it. People want to give it their hate. Like the Power Rangers, you can't knock it. So
I mean,
then,
you never can. Though it was cheesy as hell at times. But like my thing is like when I look back on it, I'm like, there's some underlining stuff in this show that's really important for everybody to
Mhm.
know.
for everybody, yeah, for
Mhm.
sure,
Exactly.
for sure. But then Boom Studios decides we're gonna revamp this, and they come out with a comic book, and they're doing the comics now. And the comic books I highly recommend if you're a Power Rangers fan of the show, definitely check out these comic books because they take like in between stories that take place, and you really get the deep dive into the personality of the characters. Like Kimberly feeling like she's not good enough as the rest of them. Billy really feeling like he's not as good because he's a nerd, and the rest of them are jock, and they're all athletes, and he's not an athlete. So it kind of really plays into like the emotional states of each character. Tommy dealing with like post-mortem after being the Green Ranger, still worrying about if Rita's got control of him somehow, still dealing with the fact that he could go bad at any moment, feeling like is there a reason why he was chosen? Is there something bad within him that makes it to where he was, chosen to be the Bad Ranger? So it's like they really deep dive into all that. But then you get into Shattered Grid, where this man becomes the second greatest villain of the series. So not only was you first off the greatest villain of the series, you then get another arc where you become the second greatest villain of the series. It's super dark. It's what if the Green Ranger never went good? He kills Jason, takes the White Ranger power also. He has a combination of both. enslaves the world and has a
Yes.
Power Ranger
That was
army.
in my news feed, bro. Like the
Yes.
Green Ranger does Thanos level shit.
Yes. He
That's
takes the
what
power coins.
like I gotta read this book. Like,
Yes.
no, I'm
Yeah.
not.
Shattered Grid. I highly recommend reading it. He takes
Yeah.
all the
That's
power
good.
coins, right? Divides the power into where it's not just for one person, but makes it to where he has what he calls sentries. So it's a Red Ranger sentries. There's a whole group of Red Rangers that he has for an army. Whole group of he literally holds the helmet up of the Red Ranger, tosses it to the other Rangers, and was like, "Who's next?" I mean, come on, bro. This dude, come on. And then they
Yeah,
got
I read
JDF to
that.
come
I read
back.
that, Tony. I read that. I was like, I gotta read this now.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. You got to.
That
I
sounds crazy.
bro.
I'll have to check it out.
Highly recommend those comics, bro.
Ooh.
They are a good read. They are a good read. As Mike's sitting here, uh, looking up action figure because
Huh?
he's on the late train. Let me ask
I
y'all this:
always meant to get it, but I kept putting it off.
we all agree Mighty Morphin is dope. Is there another season that you enjoy? I'm not saying it tops. I'm not saying that it tops. I'm just saying if there's a second season that you can say of the Power Rangers, you're like, you know what, I rock with it. I enjoy it. You might not be into it as much. Whether it's off like just the fact
My
like I
my
like
my my favorite other arc is when they introduce Aisha, the Black Yellow Ranger.
yeah,
When she comes in. Because I thought she was honestly for me a breath of fresh air.
I agree.
That's where I think Trini lacked. I think Trini was there, but she didn't really stand out in the show like
Yeah.
all the other characters. So for me, it was Aisha who came in and replaced what's her name as the Yellow Ranger.
Okay.
So that's what I enjoyed. That kept me watching because I would have left after all the OGs left. Like
Yeah.
if it wasn't for Aisha coming in and Adam coming in as the new Black Ranger and then Rocky coming in as the new Red Ranger, I
Yeah.
would have dialed out. Like I would have literally dialed out. But that's what kept me going to continue watching up until Turbo. Because when they introduced that little kid, I was like, I'm out.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. I bounced like I know like Power Rangers went into Zeo right after Mighty Morphin, and Zeo was dope because it had a lot of the same people. And then you had like the Black Ranger in there with the little gold trim on his stuff, and I was like, yo, this joint is dope. But when they got into Turbo and it became like they didn't have like I don't know like the vehicle Power Ranger seasons where their Zords are vehicles. I don't like those seasons. You get what I'm saying? Like I want my Power Rangers to be tied to some kind of animal or something. Like I don't dig. Like let me get in my oversized Jeep. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
I'm
because
cool.
then how did those cars get big enough to fight the monsters?
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't like that. I don't like if you're taking me to a different place and I'm like, yo, a giant Tyrannosaurus Rex robot, that's dope. But then you're like Megazord and it's a Jeep that pulls up, like I'm cool on that. Like that's not cool to me. You know what I'm saying? It's not as dope.
I'll be right back.
No, I didn't like any of the other Power Rangers. I didn't really dig on the Power Rangers till the comic books came out. Till they
Yeah.
started making up videos of the Power Rangers being more grittier,
Yeah.
darker, and things like that. Like that one that band I sued them for. I was like, this,
Oh yeah.
this,
Yeah.
I can get behind this. Let's make that crack. Because I've always been an avid. I'm a Voltron fan, and Voltron was out first, and that's exactly where this came from. But I could appreciate and respect Power Rangers
Yeah.
as an action show and stuff. And then you get older and you look back on it, you're like the concept of Power Rangers is a dope thing in the right person's hand.
Yeah.
And boom, it's obviously the right people to be messing around
Oh
with Power.
yeah. Yeah.
All of their stories have been good. So I would have to say that would be my favorite version of the Power Rangers.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like
And
I
I and
said, I didn't know anything about Boom, but
oh
after
yeah.
I read all that stuff today, because there's still stuff about the Green Ranger, I was like, he's Thanos, bro. Like literally.
Oh yeah. 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 Yeah.
Like, and I was like, I gotta read this. I gotta read
It's worth
this.
it, bro. It's worth it. It's I highly, even people who aren't Power Rangers fans because they're like, nah, the show is corny. I'm like, trust me, if you read these books, you will enjoy it because there's just so much more that they add more, so much more depth that they add to it. I'm waiting for Netflix to be like, okay, we're gonna do a new show, or we're gonna do an animated show or something, and they kind of take from the boom
Bro,
from what
I,
Boom's doing.
I won't front. I actually like the new school movie. Like the new school movie was fine with me. Like,
Okay,
Yeah.
but it dropped off and nobody watched it. Nobody saw it. That's the problem. You know, and
yeah,
I really like the kid who played Billy as the Blue Ranger. He was
yeah.
autistic and stuff. He did a really good job. The dude who played Jason did a really good job. There's things I could have did without in that movie, but I mean, it wasn't enough. I think they heavily relied on character development, which is fine, but like the action was missing from altogether. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they made another one, I would have went for it. But my favorite interpretation, my favorite fan favorite film is with Katie Stackhoff, James Vanderbeek, the
Mm-hmm.
mature rated
Yeah, yeah,
Power
yeah,
Rangers fan film. That shit rolled. I'm
bro.
like,
That's why I
they need to
know.
make that. Make
That's why
that.
I know you'll like the comics, bro.
Yeah.
You will like that. That's how I know you'll like them because it takes it to that level. There's depth. There's depth. There's
Mhm.
like people are dying out here. Like it's real stuff. And then when they're not in that alternate reality where it's hardcore, like the teenager are actually dealing with teenager stuff on top of like Kimberly for one, and they never tie it on the show, but it's like she's like, I need to go to college and stuff. I'm trying to figure out how I can like my attendance is lacking because I'm out here saving this world, but nobody knows I'm saving this world, but I still gotta have a future. So she's trying to balance that out. Like, how can you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you're getting more real world, like real problems that you would see. Like, every time I start to do something that's helping me better as Kimberly, my damn watch goes off and I gotta go save these people that don't even know that
Everybody.
I'm saving them.
Pew, 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 pew,
Exactly. Exactly. The old school movie though, Ryan, you touched on it earlier.
pew. Mr. Ooze.
Bro,
Ivan
I
Ooze.
that video was probably rewinded so many times. That movie was probably rewinded so many times in my VCR that it just stopped working.
That movie. I, 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 the other day, I was like, this movie is straight garbage. But then I was like, why do I still like it?
You can't help it. You
I
can't
was
help
like,
it.
why do I still like it when I know this movie is straight trash? And I was like,
Can't help
I
it.
was like, girl, Aisha comes out with her little like her helmet. She has like lights on it. And
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah,
I'm like, what is this? Like, what is
yeah.
this? Like pterodactyl, like ooze fighters and stuff. I was like, this is not. This is not. No,
That
no.
movie is a gem.
It's a gem of a gem.
It's a gem.
And
No
the only
doubt. No
reason
doubt.
why I probably like that because I think JDF carried that whole fucking film. He carried the whole film. Like,
Yeah.
if he wasn't in it, I wouldn't have been interested at all.
Let me ask you this. Do you guys think without JDF, would Power Rangers be even close to where it's at
No,
today?
it would be canceled. Uh-uh. In the
If the
show,
green
yeah.
if the Green Ranger wouldn't have hit the way that he hit with that actor, and literally people demanded he come back as a Power Ranger, do you think Power Rangers would still find the same success today without him coming onto the show? Mike, what you think?
It wouldn't have hit. It would have hit, but it wouldn't be as popular as it is now. Like it would not have lasted to be the titan in foundation of our childhood. Not the way it is.
Yeah.
It'd have been something we had talked about. Like, oh yeah, you remember Power Rangers? Yeah, you'd have been more like, oh yeah, the Voltron copy.
I would have never said that, but
Without
Fee.
not Tommy made it cool. Tommy made the Power Rangers cool.
Yeah, you're
And you
right.
got
No, you're
he
right.
went
I'm
from
just
being the Green Ranger to the White Ranger to the leader of the Power Rangers, and they kept
yeah.
showing more and more of them or whatnot. I mean, when you really think about it, like who stood out more than Tommy?
Nobody.
No
There's
one.
never been a Power Ranger that stood out more than Tommy. They tried to do it with on what was it, Galaxies, where they Tommy was pretty, or JDF was pretty much done at that point. They tried to bring another long haired Andor onto the show, or not Andor. It's something similar to that name.
Which is tight, by the way. You need to watch it.
I've been watching it, bro. That's why I said it. That's why Andor came out of my mouth, because I literally been
Andor is
watching it.
done, Tony. Get on
It's
it,
good.
Tony.
I'm already in. I'm already mid season in, bro. I've been watching it.
It's done.
You ain't about to. Hey, you ain't about to come at me right now about that.
It's wrapped.
You ain't about to come at me about that.
Did you watch all the episodes?
Of course,
Who?
I did, Mike. It's beautiful. It's the best Star Wars on television. Better than The Mandalorian, dare I say.
Okay. Okay. We'll see. I'll give you my expert opinion when I'm done with it.
Grogu's still my boy, though. Grogu's still my boy.
At this point, what would you like to see happen with the Power Rangers? You say you like that new film? I did not like that new film. I thought that new film was hot garbage. Go ahead and throw it back in the dumpster. It can swim in the bottom of the dumpster with the dumpster juice. You know the empty dumpsters that got like still the dumpster juice still floating in there. Like you can go sit in that dumpster juice and just relax there.
There was things they did wrong with that movie. Like they should have.
So many things, bro.
The costumes did not need that whole re-envision. They just needed to touch the costumes up, like the original movie did. Instead of making them spandex, they were armor plated, but they still kept the same design.
Yeah.
Like that look is very impactful. Like it's
iconic. That's the look.
That's the word. It's iconic. So don't mess with that. Right. Jason, I absolutely love Jason in this movie. This version of Jason, that
was one of the problems.
That bitch slap, yes.
Let me tell you, the actors, what a waste for them, because they all did a great job and could have been great. They could have all played the characters great. They just did too much, bro. They tried to do too much in too little of time and ended up not getting nothing done.
Exactly. That's why and Elizabeth Banks didn't help either. Her being Rita Repulsa and stuff. Like she was awful. Like that didn't help at all.
And what did they do with my dude? What did they do with Zach's Megazord, bro? What the hell was that?
I don't know what that was, bro. And I feel bad for Justin Lin, aka Liu Kang, in the new Mortal Kombat movie. Yeah. Because he actually played a really good role in that. Like I thought he was really good in it. Like, and it's just, I don't know. The new movie is not where it's at. The people who played the characters, though, is where it's at. That's why it kept me interested. But it's not a good movie. It's just not.
Let me ask you all this, because I know, Fee, I'm not sure if you are or not. I know the other two watch Cobra Kai. Could those kids play the Power Rangers? Yes. Yes.
Yes,
they could.
I know you asked me, and I was about to answer, but I had to shut myself up. Give her a chance to answer.
I'm sorry.
Since you said it, yeah. Those kids. Hey, I'm telling you right now, you put those kids up against first season Power Rangers back in the day. Those kids is whooping their asses.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Jason, Billy, Trini, all of them getting their ass whooped by Cobra Kai kids.
Yeah. They literally are like the reincarnation of those kids would be perfect as the Power Rangers. Okay. Miguel, he would be a great Red Ranger. I'm just saying, he would be an amazing Red Ranger.
I mean, what's his name? Who's the kid who plays the other kid? There's Miguel and God, I can't remember his name right now.
You talking about Johnny's son?
Yeah. What's his name, son?
What is his? Why is his name escaping my mind?
Escaping me right now. He would be the Green Ranger. He would be Tommy.
Mike, what's his name?
Right there. Kimberly.
Why is his name?
Danny Russo's daughter. Kimberly would be Danny Russo's daughter. The other chick would be Trini, the Yellow Ranger. You know,
Yeah.
the Black Ranger would be
Hawk.
what? Yeah, Hawk, and like, yeah, they got it cast right there, right there.
Bro, it's bothering me right now that I can't think of Homeboy's name.
Yeah, no,
Like
yeah, you know.
it's like legit bothering me that I'm about to Google search the cast because I'm upset right now.
Yeah, I should know it because I religiously
Right,
watch.
like I love the show and I'm
I
mad at
love the show.
myself because
I
Robbie,
can't remember his name.
Jesus, Robbie,
Yeah,
Robbie,
Robbie. Yeah, that's
Robbie
it.
the
Robbie.
Cub.
Yeah, Robbie would be Tommy for sure.
Robbie could kill as the Green Ranger, and he already kind of does the same story arc in Cobra Kai,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, what? This kid, get this man.
give him
Get this
power
man
coins.
get this
Give
man
him
a shield
power
knock.
coins.
I'm Black Panther, man. Get this man a power coin. Get
Yeah,
that man a
give him
power
a power
coin.
coin.
Build the new Power Rangers franchise on his shoulders because he could do it. He would kill at that part, bro.
My question, due to the impact of JDF passing away, do you think how long you think Power Rangers is going to last?
Oh, it's not
What?
going anywhere now.
Power Rangers ain't going nowhere.
Nope.
Just because
I
they've
can
been
tell
bringing Tommy
you,
back for certain shows or whatnot, Tommy's been carrying it on the convention trail and doing
yeah.
other stuff like fighting Ryu and Scorpion and all that stuff. All that stuff is cool. No other Power Ranger has crossed the medium like Tommy is. So Tommy doesn't. They don't need Tommy back in Power Rangers. Power Rangers are ongoing. Like the staple of Power Rangers is ongoing.
Yeah.
Like it's established. It's a train that's not going to stop.
nowhere. Plus, you got people. Tommy embodies the role, but so does Walter. So does they all do at this point. All of them
Yeah,
are
I mean
still.
Walter can now carry it. He's still out there giving the heat to Power Rangers. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many, and then like when we went to that convention, Mifi and Mike and the contestant, there's some diehard fans out there, and every table had people at
Absolutely.
it. It didn't matter what season it was, to the newest season, to the old seasons, to the turf. Like, if there was a Ranger there was people in front of the tables trying to get signatures from them people. I mean, the Power Ranger fan base is so like tight knitted that I don't feel like it ain't going nowhere. It's gonna keep
No,
going.
it's not.
My son literally wants Power Rangers for Christmas. He's been watching the new show, so
Yeah.
it's not going anywhere. I would
Yeah.
imagine it's just gonna keep going. There's gonna be after the new season. There's gonna be they're about to hit their what is it? What anniversary is coming up?
30th.
30th
Mhm.
anniversary.
Big 30.
Yep.
They got almost
30
everyone
years
back.
Power Rangers.
They got
Yep.
almost everyone
93.
back
Yeah.
for it.
2023. Crazy.
So yeah, they got
It's a
everybody
big
back for it. It's gonna be big.
I mean, not a lot of people could say that people's franchise has been around for 30 years. Like, not a lot of people could say
Yeah.
that. Like,
Oh yeah.
Max will get 10 years for a running show, but not 30.
I like to say something off topic real quick.
Signed by the man. Look, I waited 4 hours in line, y'all, and I'm so glad I did
So glad you did too, brother.
because I would have been. Look, I was heartbroken.
Yeah.
Heartbroken. I would have been extra heartbroken if I didn't take that opportunity that day to be like, I'm gonna meet this dude today. Like, it would have been.
That was a really great show for you. You got to meet and got to talk to a lot of them,
that
which
was.
was really
I was
cool.
like a kid. I was at a kid at a candy store.
You
That
was
day. Like,
you was grinning ear to ear. You had such a glow to you,
I'm like,
man.
yo, I just did an interview with Rocky the Red Ranger. Are you kidding me right now?
Boy, yo. Rocky's my
Like, we
second
just
favorite
shook hands and he's like, thanks for the interview. And I'm like, I used to watch your movie every night at home. No, I'm just kidding. But like, it was dope, bro. It was dope. Mike, you had something you wanted to say. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're. Hey, was you're one of the biggest characters of your life. You're perfectly fine. This is just completely off topic because I'm also scrolling through Facebook as we're chatting or whatnot, and I just saw Chris Hemsworth come up. I want to tell everyone that is using this to jump on their bandwagon of how you hate Thor, Love and Thunder. Shut the fuck up, because they already announced months ago that Taika Waititi wasn't coming back to direct, and so Chris Hemsworth saying what he said, because if you did not know, because you don't keep up with MCU movies, Chris Hemsworth is just as guilty of the transformation of Thor in that movie as Taika Waititi is. They were both on that bus,
They
and
agree.
Hemsworth is only saying it so because he wants to do another movie. He's just saving face right now.
Yeah.
Y'all
That's
are
what they
dumb.
do.
Y'all are dumb because now you're like, even Hemsworth is saying don't bring Taika. It
Uh,
doesn't matter because he's not coming back. They
he's
already
not coming
announced
back.
it.
He's done. Like he's done. They're
Yeah,
not
he's
bringing
been
him back
done.
either. They're not. Yeah.
Yeah. And you don't even you don't even. Oh, signed again. That's all I wanted to say, man. I was like, don't try to use this as justification for your hate for a movie that you didn't understand, and that's perfectly fine. You don't have to understand all the MCU movies. That's all. Oh, also, I'm sorry. Also, um, I'm sorry. I'm going to use some very mean words, Tony, on your show. I'm sorry. Uh,
That's okay. Usually that's Ryan,
let
but
me let me talk to the camera when I say this.
Oh.
Oh, the hat's on. He
Hey,
means business.
to the fuckball who posted the crucial moment in a Guardians Galaxy holiday special today when the shit came out today. You are a piece of shit. Not even the full one. The runny little flakes that hang off at the end that you got to go back
wow.
and wipe. That's what you are. I am tired of you TikTokers, you YouTubers, you social media. Like I gotta get the news out before anyone else. I am tired
Mhm.
of you doing that and ruining people's experience. And I will not be told to keep my ass off the internet. I like memes. I like short videos of comedic value that come on the internet. And I like keeping up with my friends. Have the decency and respect to put a fucking spoiler warning on that shit if you're going to be a fucking 3-year-old infant who can't even keep a pacifier in their mouth
Beep.
port. Put that on there at the very least. You used to have to at least wait 24 hours just before you could release it. I forgot the shit even came out tonight. Now I've been watching a lot of emotional shit and I've been getting into the movies and just loving it and enjoying it. And you took this moment away from me, you shit flake piece of crap. All of y'all are terrible. Move on and do something else because you're no longer doing this for the love of the genre of geekdom because that's what people do. They love it, they report on it, and you're not doing it for that. You're doing it for attention and clicks and views because you want to hurry up and be a one-hit wonder. You fucking jabroni. All right, I'm done.
Okay, for any of the children watching, we just want to say we're sorry for or any
This has been
you know,
sponsored by.
but we've reached that special time of the night where we're wrapping up the show. And all in all, we can all say that Power Rangers is a huge thing in pop culture. Transcending, it's going to transcending the test of time. There's always going to be a season of Power Rangers out, and we cannot ever not put respect on that man's name for what he did for the brand, what he continued to do for his fans, just the loving person that he was, and just the powerhouse that Power Rangers is. It's obviously impacted all of us somewhat, some way on the show, and millions of other people. So and like I said at the beginning of the show, if you know, if you are dealing with depression, please reach out
Yes.
to somebody. It's important, man, that you have people, that'll love on you, that'll just be there for you, that'll be in your corner. It's super important just to reach out to
Absolutely.
people. Um, and if you're not dealing with that stuff, man, just check on your people because even
Yeah.
like the strongest people that are at the head of the table can be crippled by what's going on in here. Somebody
Mhm.
wrote a tribute, somebody close to him, and said he was somebody that always invited everybody to his table. He lets you sit with him. He lets you partake at his table. And I'm paraphrasing this, but the table was never full enough for him, and may he rest in peace. It just never was full enough for him, and you never know what people are dealing with. So just continue to check on your people, especially the holiday season. The holiday season is rough for a lot of people. So just reach out to them and love on them and let them know that you're here for them. I think that's all I got. Does anybody else have anything else that they want to throw in?
It's GalaxyCon week coming up.
It
Yes,
is.
GalaxyCon.
It is.
It is.
October 2nd.
And wait a second. Are all four of the individuals that are on the screen right now going to be there?
We're going to be there. We're going to be there.
Yeah, we are.
Oh my gosh. We're all going to be here. Oh my God. But we're going to actually be like together. It's crazy.
We are. We're going to be in person. So if you're like, hey, I love 5-Star Fridays. That is my show. I can't wait every Friday to watch it. You could come meet 3 out of the 4 cast hosts of the show. We'll be there. Plus, we got Michael Watson, who jumps in all the time. He might as well be an honorary host. So definitely jump in and see us because we would love to see you.
Right.
And also next week, there's something else special happening. Our brother Fish Lee will be doing a show special as he launches Green Zone. Green Zone is launching next week for 2 and 3. He'll be doing a show on Friday, just Fish, because we'll all be out at the show, and we know he loves talking about Green Zone, so it might even be a 2-hour special. Who knows?
You can go to fskgo.com right now to follow the Kickstarter.
What?
I didn't know if you guys realized that. We put it up yesterday for, I said, follow and eat some turkey today. But fskgo.com right now to follow Green Zone 1 and 2, 1, 2, and 3. The Kickstarter is, the follow me page is up right now. So go on over there and give it a follow.
Get in there.
Hey,
Yes.
let's go.
There we go. Again, continue to be the 5-star version of yourself. Keep growing, keep grinding, be consistent. And we're gonna catch y'all later, man. Peace out. Thank you for joining us. Tune in next time. And if you're watching this later, sorry for all the cuss words. These two right here are angry down here. These two get angry sometimes, and it just comes out. But it is what it is.
Hey.
Run that outro.